versus Bagnaia. There are going to be 6 laps to go here. This is building up to be a stunner in the Saxon ring. Jorge Martin back at the front.
Your move, Pecco. Now it's you who has to do the chasing as Martin goes a little bit wide there, but he's able to bring it back to a late apex through turn 1. Now downhill into 2. They'll drop into the omega of 3. Now Bagnaia is the one behind Martin. We have 6 laps of this remain, and everything we've seen so far suggests this is going to go right down to the wire.
Fantastic action this, isn't it, between Martin and Bagnaia. If it stays as is, the gap in the championship will be down to 16 points heading to Assen next weekend. This has been intriguing, it's been fascinating, and there's still 5.5 laps to go here in the Saxon ring. Jorge Martin desperate for his first Grand Prix victory of the season. And he's done it twice so far in the sprints on Saturday afternoons. What has Pecco Bagnaia got left then? He's so good towards the end of these races, isn't he, Pecco Bagnaia? And now, of course, throwing the doubt in his mind about front tyre temperature is Martin's move right here on that previous lap.
Further back, just a quick note on what's happening between Zarco, Bezzecchi, Marini. Bezzecchi is starting to close in a little bit on Zarco. He pulled 3/10 back last time around. We were expecting Zarco to come on strong at the end of the race. He might actually end up coming under a little bit of pressure. Bezzecchi, who of course is 3rd in the World Championship, hasn't given up on a podium yet.
5 to go then here in the Saxon ring, and it's a 3/10 of a second advantage for Martin over Bagnaia. He drops that right leg, drops anchor, stops that prima Ducati in this tight first sector of the Saxon ring. They drop down the hill, they're now 2nd gear through the Omega corner now, turn number 3. Martin standing firm in the brilliant pressure being put in from Pecco Bagnaia. So a quick check on that gap between Zarco and Bezzecchi. Yeah, 1.5 seconds it was through the first sector. Zarco tries to make it another double podium for pramac race. That would be the 3rd race in a row, wouldn't it, if they did that? In Le Mans, Mugello, Jorge Martin and Zarco fighting for 3 consecutive podiums in 3 Grand Prix for the first time in their career. Brad Binder goes to the Circuit Medical Centre for a check-up after his high-speed get-off at turn number 8. It certainly looked like he was a little bit dazed and confused as he got to his feet in the gravel trap.
The riders on the soft rear tyre are really suffering. We've already covered Quartararo's problems. He's back in 14th, but Aleix Spargaro, he's in the high 22s now. He lost a place to Fabio Di Gianantonio on the next lap, and he's now going to come under pressure from Miguel Oliveira as well. So those who went for the soft rear tyre are starting to pay the price.
Through the final corner we go. Lap 26 of 30, about to be in the books. And it's Jorge Martin that leads it by just under 2/10 of a second. Nothing between them in terms of lap times on that lap 26. A 1:21.7 from Martin, a 1:21.6, slightly faster was the world champion on that previous circuit. Zarco just keeping Bezzecchi at bay in that battle for the final place on the podium. In fact, Zarco did retaliate on that lap 26. He stayed in those high 1:21s while Bez behind him dipped back into the 22s. Bezzecchi 1.6 seconds away from Zarco now in 3rd.
Yeah, the other battle to look out for then on track, besides the battle that we're all glued to for the lead, is between Miller and Marini. They're battling for 5th, but almost he can't reach out and touch the rear tyre there of Jorge Martin Bagnaia. We've seen the main moves come down the hill from 11 and into the right-hander of 12. Bagnaia looks like he's close enough to launch another counter-attack on Martin.
3.5 to go then here on the Saxon ring. We can almost reach out and touch Jorge Martin's exhaust pipes coming on a Ducati. Here he goes then. He's got the corner speed, he gets blocked off, coming through on the curbs. Bagnaia and Martin. Martin chops Bagnaia's nose off down the bottom of the hill into turn number 12. Bagnaia then, he'll have 3 laps to go here. 39 corners to try and work her way through on Martin. But with 3 laps to go here in the Saxon ring, it is Martin that still has the advantage over the line.
Martin positioned his bike well there. He didn't